Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channel and the AEW Dark Review for the 23rd of March 2021. Why this show needs 14 matches, I think it was 14, I have no earthly idea, especially with a second Dark show, and they're going to add a third, or actually, I guess what would be a fourth television show, second television, and then the two YouTube shows at some point this year. Man, oversaturation is a thing, and promoters that oversaturate their product, to me, are going to fall behind. Anyway, there's some good stuff on the show, some waste of time on the show, just like every show with national companies these days. Dark Order, John Silver, Alex Reynolds, who I'm enjoying a bunch, with -1 defeating Chaos Project in just under 7 minutes. Why the heck? Chaos Project needs 7 minutes on any show? I don't understand. Luther goes for a back suplex off the ropes pretty early. Reynolds elbows him and hits a moonsault press. Tags made on both sides. Silver goes nuts, hits a near fall after German suplex with a bridge. Luther hits a kick on Silver, and they set up for the finish, but Reynolds breaks it up, hits a dive on Luther. Why a 50-year-old man's taking dives, I have no idea. Back in ring, Silver battles with Serpentico, nails him with a bunch of kicks. Dark Destroyer from Reynolds and Silver ends the night for the masked Serpentico. Alex Marvez, God, he looks so old and bland and dry toast. Anyway, interviews SCU. Daniels talks about the stipulation where if they lose their next match, they must split up. Eventually, that might come. Who knows? But anyway, they go way too long with this match, too. Notice this. Matches can be cut into shorter intervals, especially when you have 14 of them or 12 of them or whatever. SCU defeats Royce Isaacs, who I enjoy, and Jarrell Nelson in almost 8 3/4 minutes. Basically, this is a repeat of every match they've done since they started the angle. Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels loses the advantage for his team, gets caught with a hot shot, and heels take over, beat him down for a while. SCU's looking really weak. I remember when they were in TNA, and I think they were in ROH for a while. I never really watched ROH religiously, but I know they were big in TNA. But they have trouble beating their opponents almost on a weekly basis. Daniels gets the STO, lays out Isaacs, and Kazarian sends SCU out, and then they try to set up the best Meltzer ever. I hate the move. I hate the idea of the move. Meltzer should, just not be. If you haven't been in the sport, you shouldn't be making a living off it in one form or another. At least that's my personal opinion. But anyway, Daniels is hesitating, and then Isaacs breaks it up. Daniels comes back with the Uranagi on Isaacs, and the best moonsault ever gets the win. Kazarian will probably turn on Daniels at some point down the road. I assume that's where this goes. Anyhow, Penelope Ford, why is she here with Kip Sabian, defeats Melinda Alzez in 4 minutes. This is a match that actually wasn't too overstayed. Spinning kick and nails Ford off the attempted spinning kick. Ford goes for a springboard cutter. Alzez catches her with a forearm for near fall, and then Ford hits the juice box and hits a fisherman suplex for the win. Ford, a lot of people like her. I see absolutely nothing. She's blonde and looks like she belongs in 1997, but I don't see where the huge draw that people see is. Anyway, Gun Club defeats Baron Black, Jake St. Patrick, and Adam Priest in 3 minutes. Why they even put them out there with this short, I have no idea. Ricky starts on commentary is the best part of this. Billy Gunn looked kind of bloated. Um, they hit a 310 on one of the uh, one of the squash guys, and St. Patrick um, gets nailed for the loss. Anyway, Dante Martin, who's here as representing his team, defeats Jack Evans in a singles match in just under 6 minutes. I don't like this at all. In the fact I'm not as high on Martin as most people are, but there are people that are. And Jack Evans, honestly, 2001 called. They want their Eminem impersonation back. Um, Martin does some arm drags that are good. Grabs an arm bar. Evans uh, gets out of the way for 450 splash, but then Evans hits a spin kick, spot, and there's a handspring elbow from Evans. Follows up with a springboard kick near fall. Evans goes for a second of the same move. Martin catches him, dumps him onto the entrance stage. Too much for enhancement talents. Martin hits a lariat, a dropkick, a rana, and a double springboard moonsault. I remember when all of those were finishers. And then fight goes to the floor. Evans tries to whip Martin barricade. Martin jumps right over it and goes back to the barricade. Evans hits a destroyer and a 450 splash. Gets Martin the win. They did way too much for a 6-minute match. Angelico runs out to attack Dante, leading to Darius Martin making the save for his brother. Top Flight versus Hybrid 2 down the road somewhere, apparently. This would make me want to change the channel if I didn't support wrestling. Anyway, FTW champion Brian Cage defending his championship with Hook, by the way, against Brandon Cutler in 4.25 minutes, or a little bit more than that. This is the first defense of the FTW title since the fall. Taz and Excalibur introduced this as the main event of the program, even though there's matches after it. Cage is still the FTW champion as a member of Team Taz, even though it looked like he left. Excalibur and Taz make a big deal out of Ricky Starks on commentary again, as they should. Starks is amazing. Cage hits a Death Valley driver about 60 to 90 seconds in. He goes for powerbomb. Cutler rolls out of it and hits a spin kick, sending Cage to the floor. Cutler gets a near fall off a crossbody. Starks and Taz kind of are down on Cage in commentary when he loses the advantage. Cutler gets a near fall off of a gets caught in a middle rope power bomb. Cage hits a springboard forearm, gets a near fall. Cutler comes back off the top, gets caught with a drill claw, giving Cage the win. Man, Brian Cage used to be somebody, even in Impact, even in PWG, and I despise PWG, but even in PWG, he was somebody. They've dropped the ball on him huge. Show continues. Starks is on commentary. Ashley Vox against Alex Garcia, 2.5 minutes. Vox wins with a fish hook and armbar submission. Nothing to the match at all. Joey Janela and Sonny Kiss defeat Barry Morales and Seth Gargis, 4.5 minutes. Now Anthony Agogo, who doesn't matter on any given week, is here for commentary, and absolutely nobody cared. Janela fails at nip-ups because he looks like he ate a refrigerator, and then super kicks Morales. He blows, kisses to the camera. Janela locks in the Romero special. Kiss adds a cravat. Gargis breaks up the holds. Janela hits a DDT. Kiss hits the split-legged leg drop off the middle rope to get the win. Kiss, there's something in. They could do a whole personality profile and really have a character on their hands. Janela, maybe he can sell popcorn. maybe he can run the vacuum after the show is over. I don't understand what he's there for. JD Drake with Ryan Nemeth. I don't understand that alliance either. Defeats Trago del Sol in just under 4.5 minutes. Drake um, has kind of got his own entrance music now, so maybe he'll be around for a while. Drake hits a spot and catches him into the ropes and then hits a forearm on a rebound on the outside of the ring. It's a cool thing to see. I've seen it before in PWX. If you've never seen PWX, go get the High Spots Network, and which is going to be better than WWE on Peacock by far anyway, especially over the next several months, and check out anything with James Drake in PWX. Match is dominated by Drake. Del Sol goes for the standing sliced bread. Drake escapes, hits a running kick for the win. QT Marshall and Sean Dean are here. Marshall has a record of 6-0 on the year. I thought Sean Dean was part of his team. Anyway, Excalibur and Taz joke like they're backyarders trying to impress their friends. And they name drop a couple people, including Paul Roma. Marshall goes for a move off the middle rope, jumps into a dropkick. Dean hits a fantastic tope. Actually, I think it was Lee Johnson that I'm getting confused with Dean, and it's not because they're both African American. It's because there's too many generic talent on this show. Marshall comes back with a dropkick. Dean jumps off the middle rope, falls into a diamond cutter for Marshall for the win. I don't know why this is here. Speaking of I don't know why this is here, the Bunny with the Butcher and the Blade defeats Jasmine Allaire at just under 2 3/4 minutes. Thrust kick into an inverted DDT, and a elbow finishes off Allaire. And match did not need to be here. Speaking of did not need to be here, Dark Order, Colt Cabana, Evil Uno, and Stu Grayson with -1 defeats Carly Bravo, Rick Aldridge, and Dean Alexander in 5 minutes. Why this needed 5 minutes? Why this needed a 6-man match? I have no idea. Bravo's team wore Nightmare Factory training gear, so we're putting over the school, kind of like they did the power plant back in the day. Grayson and Uno hit the fatality on Bravo for the win in a nothing match that didn't need to be here. Nick Catalamaro and Aaron Solo defeats Angel Fashion and D3 in under 2.5 minutes. Solo pins Fashion after a cross-arm pedigree. Catalamaro gains some momentum and then gets driven back. It's pointless. Cesar Bononi, another guy that doesn't need to be here with Peter Avalon. Do you notice the difference? Defeats John Skyler, a guy that's being wasted. Bononi wins with an angle slam. It's an insult to Kurt Angle that he's even using the move. Avalon renames Bononi Beautiful Bononi. And during the match, I hope that doesn't stick. That's a career killer. He's no Beautiful Bobby. Anyway, we'll be back with the Impact and NWA Power reviews. But this was about an hour and a half. Got through it in about 15 minutes audio. Save you some time. Anyway, till next time.